What is going on, guys? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday edition of my MLB DFS podcast. We have 8 games on tonight's main slate. The one game we should be looking out for rain and weather issues is the Phillies and Cubs game. Over the last couple of slates, this Phillies and Cubs game has been really good to pick from. It was a main reason why I didn't cash last night. I favored the Blue Jays more than the Phillies, and the Phillies ended up being, the stack of the night. They scored, I think, 15 runs, and they were high-owned. Therefore, my lineups did not get into the green, even though we had some pretty good production throughout. And due to that, I will be doing another free hybrid FanDuel lineup. Just DM me on Twitter to get that, looking to bounce back. But tonight, that Phillies and Cubs game has a low total of like 7.5 due to the fact that Zach Wheeler is on the mound, and the weather just isn't nearly as good as it was. I don't love Wheeler due to the fact that he's pretty expensive tonight, and there's going to be on and off rain. We saw a lot of people strike out last night picking DeGrom when I ended up fading him because of that rain issue. I do not like picking any pitchers if there's any sort of chance of a delay or postponement, because it's just not worth it. But before we get into today's picks, my sponsored sportsbook here, as you can see to the left of my camera, use promo code JOIN125 on BetUS. I will put the link to sign up below. With that promo code, you will get a free 125% match bonus on any deposit, $50 or more. I use them. It's a fun book. Their payouts are really fast. And they don't really have any state restrictions like FanDuel and DraftKings do. So definitely get in on that. It's a fun book. And they are really reliable. So for tonight, I'm looking at Alex Wood. There's a couple of different pitchers you could look at tonight. I'm not necessarily trying to spend up, like I said, with Zach Wheeler. Maybe more of a middle tier kind of night on the mound. Alex Wood, a decent spot here at home against the Cardinals. 8,300 is not a bad price on him. He's had a pretty good year, 3.89 ERA. He's got 7 wins. He's a favorite tonight against the Cardinals due to the fact that he's facing off against an underwhelming pitcher in Johan Oviedo. Wood should have a good chance of getting a win here. And I don't know, maybe more of a GPP guy, but I might squeak him into a cash lineup tonight just because he can have really good games. The last 2 games, 8 strikeouts, only 1 and 2 earned runs. But, he can have those stinkers, 9 points here, 10 points here, -4. But when he goes well, he'll go 5 or 6 innings deep and get over 6 strikeouts. So this guy at home definitely helps him out. More of a pitcher's ballpark there in San Francisco. So Alex Wood is a guy you should be looking at tonight. For the infield, I think you want to stack the Blue Jays. You got to try to get every Blue Jay you can in your lineup tonight. I'm not going to pick anyone just because I'm going to give you guys some value plays to pick Blue Jays tonight. They are facing Matt Harvey in Baltimore. They are the clear-cut best team to stack tonight, but they are very expensive. So for that reason, I'm going to give you guys some cheap plays so you can squeak in Blue Jays guys. I like Albert Pujols, almost bare minimum 2,200. This Dodgers and Marlins game is a really good game to save some money. It's got a decent over-under, and both pitchers going are not good, and it's looking more like a bullpen game for both teams. So this could end up being a nice offensive frenzy of a game. Pujols weirdly batting second tonight for the Dodgers. I'll take it. I think they're starting Ross Detweiler, the Marlins, who's a lefty, so he'll have an at-bat or 2 against the lefty. And he's good enough to spend down at 2,200. I don't mind it batting second. He's a veteran. He can go deep. Just a really good thing when he's that cheap of a price. So I'm looking at Pujols at first base. My second infield play, Justin Turner, same team here, batting cleanup. He's too cheap. Turner is a really good player. He's batting .297 on the year, 13 homers, 42 RBIs. He is going as good as he usually does. And like I said, this Dodgers team should be able to put up some runs in this game, and they are pretty cheap. 3,100 is too cheap for Justin Turner. Take advantage of that price at third base. For the outfield, we're going to stay cheap again here. This Rockies and Diamondbacks game is also a great game to pick from outside of the Blue Jays. Peralta lineup isn't out yet, but he should be batting, fourth or fifth here with that lefty-righty matchup against Antonio Senzatella. Senzatella gives up if you go into his game log, I was looking at it earlier, he gives up 7 to 9 hits every single game. He's just, he consistently pitches himself into trouble. And the Diamondbacks aren't the best hitting team, but they should be able to hit Senzatella tonight. It's got a pretty big over-under in Arizona tonight. I think it's 9.5. So that's a bit alarming, knowing that both teams aren't great hitting teams. To see an over-under of 9.5 like that just tells you it's a red flag and that these pitchers are not good. So David Peralta at 2,900 should be in a good spot in that Diamondbacks lineup tonight. Then my last play here, I have him under the utility spot, but you can fit him in outfield. He should be eligible for outfield. Yeah, first base and outfield. I like Garrett Cooper. Like I was saying with my first 2 Dodger picks, this game is a good game to spend down on with a decent over-under. I think Garrett Cooper is a nice price there at 2,500. He's having a solid year, 272 average, batting in the heart of this Marlins lineup tonight. And as you can see, the Dodgers aren't throwing anyone out there special. Jake Reed, I think he's like a bullpen guy. They're going to mainly pitch out of their bullpen tonight. But he has a 13.5 ERA. There should be some hits and runs in this game. I like spending down at Cooper, and this can allow you to spend up for those Blue Jays tonight. I can't stress to you enough how much you should spend up for those Blue Jays tonight. I like them a lot tonight. But that was from today's video, guys. Drop a like. I appreciate it. Make sure you're subscribed. Until next time, I am the FD Guru, and I am signing off. See ya.